So in this video today, I want to show you how I managed to create 16 short books in 3 hours. So these are the books. This is book number 1, book number 2, book number 3, book number 4, book number 5, book number 6, book number 7, book number 8. And there are other books which I have not yet shown you, which I cannot open all of them here, but I managed to actually create 16 short books in 3 hours. You know what you can do with this? This can put your books on automation, on autopilot. You can just be creating books and then just uploading. You can spend your 3 hours creating your 20 books in 3 hours, and then you can just spend the next 1 month just uploading your books. So as I have said, these are some of the 16 books that I managed to create. This is book number 1. Let's look at it. As you can see, this book is a complete book. Yes, it's a complete book. I created this is one of the 16 books that I created. In fact, this is not just creating a book. What I did is that in these 3 hours, what I did, I created the book. Yes, the book. I generated content for the book. I created the book cover. I generated content for the Kindle, and I even made the paperback on top of that. So I made all this in just 3 hours using this automation of mine. So in this complete course, I'm going to show you how to automate your books writing, especially those who are doing cookbooks, how to automate it within 3 hours. You can write your 20 books in 3 hours, and then you make money out of Amazon. This will not disturb you. So you're going to learn all this in just this. So before we go further, if you like this kind of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what I'm going to show you in this video and in the next videos to come. So in order to succeed in this automation process, you need to follow these 6 general steps that I'm going to be showing you in this video. So the first step is to create a Microsoft Word template. So you create yourself a Microsoft Word template. That means you're going to create a specific pattern in which your book will follow. So if it is maybe, let me say, for example, you see my book here is following a certain pattern. Let me see. You can see that I have the the first page. Yes, first page, and I have the copyright page. These are some constant things. You create a template. So you create your first page. You're going to create your second page, which will be your copyright page. Then you leave this one blank. Just write the word table of content and leave it blank. Then you leave then you continue and write the introduction, and then you continue and write the conclusion. That is the whole structure of the book. So you make sure you have a template which has these structures, a template with this complete structure. Now first, if you have that template, then you go ahead, and the second thing you have to create is that you create the book titles. So what you're going to do is that it's very hard for you to start getting titles one by one. For example, you go ahead, you get one title, maybe a diabetic diet cookbook. You write that one and you finish. Then you go ahead and get another title. That process of looking for titles alone is disturbing you. What you do in this case, if you want to write 16 books, you get all the 16 titles and keep them around. Yes, so you get all the 16 titles. For example, me, I got all my 20 titles. I got 20 titles and I managed to write 16 out of the 20, and I'm going to finish the other 4 later. So these are the titles. So you open your notepad and write all these titles in the notepad. You keep them, the titles and the subtitles. Yes, so you prepare them together. Now next, after that, you're going to go ahead and prepare, you download images. Yes, so you have 16 books you want to write, so you download 16 images in order. So you go ahead and go to websites, and download these 16 images. So you go to pexels, maybe go to pexels and download these 16 images depending on your title. Yes, download all these 16 images from pexels, and depending on your title, you can have all the 16 images. The next thing to do is to create a book cover template. Yes, so this one you can do it with, just create one book cover template. You just need one book cover template and use it for everything you're going to do in this. For example, let me show you. Me, I use Photoshop to create my book cover template, but you can use any other tool you want. Most of you are using Canva, so you can use Canva. Canva can create a good book cover. So just create one book cover template and use it for all your books. Yes, so for example, let me show you what I've created in Photoshop. I have just one book cover template and I'm using it for all the other books, and sorts a lot of things. It helps in a lot of things. So the goal is so that you don't waste time. So this is just one book cover template. I just made one book cover template which I think looks nice, and I used it for all the books. Now the thing to do is that you're going to create a difference. The difference is that you first of all, you first do this, first create all the template like this. You just change the images, and then later when you're uploading, you can now change the colors. Yes, first you first make all of them look the same. Just create a template which looks the same. Just change different images. You'll change the details later. So first you first create all of them. Just this is the automation process. So our next step is to get an extension that can help us generate content at once without wasting time. Yes. So there's an extension which can help us generate this content at once. And then the next step is to create a prompt. I'm going to show you how to create that prompt. And the last step is to generate the content. So I'm going to show you all this in this video. So as I've said before, step number one is to create a template on which your books are going to be written. So you just open a new folder, and name it templates. Name it templates. After that, you double tap in and open the folder. You create a Microsoft Word document called template. So template one, let me say call it template one. So this is the template, and you double click on it to open it. After double clicking on it to open it, you open the Microsoft Word document. Then you come to layout, and after layout you go to size. Yes, size. From size you choose statement. Then you go to margins, click on margins. After that you click on moderate. Yes, so we are creating a template for our book. Now after that, now you go ahead and write a title. So let me pick one of these titles and write. Go ahead and write, design your font page. So let me say I'm using the healing diet. the healing diet So let me use this first one. So I use the healing diet. So I bring this and I paste it here. After pasting it, I'll just have the title. I make sure I design it to fit. So I'll just use the healing heart diet. Yes. Now I can change the color to maybe red or something. So let me change the color to red. Okay, I think that is how it can be, the healing heart diet. So this is one of my templates. Then I can change this and make this a subtitle, reversing cardiovascular disease naturally. So I can add here 20 plus recipes for reversing cardiovascular disease naturally. So this is the subtitle. Yes. So I'll make the subtitle, I change it also to copper black. As I've said in my video before, all I do is use the same font for the whole first page. If I'm doing the first page, then I can put the name. Maybe let me use Michael Owens let me use Jane Doe. So I can use Jane Doe as the name. So now I increase the Jane Doe a little. Increase Jane Doe. This is the first page. Then I can insert an image. On this first page. So I just click insert shapes. If you don't have to do this, you can watch one of my videos. I've showed this. I'm leaving the link in the comment section. You can find it here. Now you click here and do this. Shape fill. Click picture. From picture, get an image from the downloads. Let me use this image. You click insert. Yes, as you can see, this is the image. So now you tap on it, you click on picture format, crop, fill. So as you can see, this is the image. And then I can move this. I'm designing my first page. I've made a video on how to design a first page. You can check it. I'm going to be fast in this one. So as you can see, this is my first page. Now I can put a frame for it. So come to layout, margins, custom margins, layout again, borders. Then you select look for the borders. You make sure you're on page border. Then you pick a style for your border. I'll pick this style. Then I come here, instead of whole document, I choose first page only, and I click OK. Now you can see this is the format I want for my this is the format I want for my first page. So the healing heart diet, this is the format I want for my first page. Yes. So let me say this is the format I want for my first page. Now let's go to the second page. The second page is always for it's a page for what? For copyright. So you can generate your copyright using ChatGPT. You just tell it to generate for your copyright page. Me, I'm not wasting time, so I'll just pick one of my copyright page and use. So let me use a copyrights page, a copyrights, but that's how to do it generally. So if I come to this other book and I copy this copyrights page, I copy this. You can generate this using ChatGPT. Just tell it to generate for you. I think Ligonare has already taught you all that. So I'll generate this, come and put it here and paste. So this will always be my copyright space. So I just change the name here to Jane Doe. So this is my copyright page. Yes. So the healing heart diet, 20 plus recipes for reversing cardiovascular disease naturally. Then Jane Doe. Now I've told you in my previous video that when you're making your title, make sure your your title is not so big. Some of you make very long titles. Make sure your title does not exceed 7 words. If you make a title which exceeds 7 words, you're going to face problems while designing your book. And then don't make your subtitle too long. Some of your subtitles are too long. You don't need to put all the keywords in your subtitle. Just make sure your subtitle explains your title very well and it makes sense. Then when you want to use the keywords, you use them in the keyword in the 7 backend keywords. You can use all your keywords there, majority of your keywords there. Just make sure your subtitle is explaining your title very well. So for example, you see the healing heart diet, then 20 plus recipes for reversing cardiovascular disease naturally. That's enough for me. I don't need to add more keywords there. I'll add all the rest of the keywords I need. I'll add them inside the what? The 7 backend keywords. Then this is the first page and the second page. So now the next thing to do is to do the table of content. So just come here and write table of contents. Write table of contents. So this is the table of content page. Just highlight it and go to home, center it and make it bold, change it to Cooper black, yes, and then make it red. So this is the table of content. So you leave this space for table of content. So you have your first page, you have your copyrights page, then you have your table of contents. Now after having these things for table of content, you leave this page, you continue down, click through, scroll through and continue. Now you leave this page for content, then after the content, here you put introduction, then you use the header one. So this is introduction. You can change this header one to red also. Just change the color, make sure it is okay. This is the introduction. Leave this page for introduction, leave this page for introduction. Then you can go ahead and leave the second page, scroll through, you leave this page for the content, one page for the content, and then conclusion. So we have a page for introduction, a page for content, and a page for conclusion. So you write here conclusion. So as you can see, I now have my template. I have the first page, I have the copyrights page, I have the table of content, I have the introduction page, then I have the content page, and I have the conclusion. This is my template. So I'll just save it. Click on save and remove it. So now I have my template. Yes. So my template has been designed. So if I can open and see it, this is my template. So this is my template. Yes. So it's my book template. So for all the 16 books, I'm going to follow this format. Yes. So now that is how to create the template. So the next part is for you to generate book titles. Yes. So book titles. Let me open a text document here. Text document, open it and name it titles. Now let me use ChatGPT. Normally you have to just look for your own titles, but let me use ChatGPT for the purpose of this video. for your case, you can use it. You can either use legal nairas. You can use legal nairas 800 topics which he gave in the books, or you can go to Amazon and search your own topics and create in the same niche. But for this purpose, let me ask ChatGPT to create for us some few topics. So let me say I want you to create 16 diet cookbook titles which offer solutions to diseases. So let's wait and see. So it's now creating them here. As you can see, it is creating. So as you can see, this ChatGPT has generated for us 2016 titles. So I'll just copy it and bring it here. Now for you, go and research your own titles. Yes, I'm just using these ones for sample, or you can even do this, just get titles from ChatGPT. All you have to do is just write the numbers. You write as many books as you can. So I'll come here and paste it in the titles, and I paste them here. So now the first is called Healing Eats, a cookbook for heart health. Then I'll go ahead. So I have my titles now. The next thing to do is to download images. So I have to download images for all these titles. Yes, so I'll download images for all these titles. So I'll start with Healing Eats, a cookbook for heart health. So I'll just go to pexels.com. You come to Pexels and write diets, and click enter. After that, after writing diets, you can pick an image. For example, I like this one, so I'll just click on it. Then another trick to get images, that the one you like always comes with suggestions. So if I click on this one, it will come with its own suggestions. So I can scroll through. You can see these are the suggestions. So you can get more images from these suggestions. So if I start here, I'll just download this one. Maybe download, click on medium, download the image, then go to the next one. Let me say this one. Click on it, medium, download. So next you scroll through the suggestions, you'll find more. So click here, download. So you can do this for as many images as possible as you want. For all the 16 images, you do this for all the 16 titles. You download images for all the 16 titles. Now you're going to create a folder here called images. You create a folder called images. After creating this folder called images, now you move the other images all to this, the downloaded images. You move them. They should be in download, so you move them to the folder. So in my downloads, as I can see, these 3 images are here. So I'll just highlight them and cut them here, cut, and bring them to here, paste them here. As you can see, now I have all the 3 images here. So that is the next step, which is over. Then the next step is to create a book cover template. Now you can create your book cover inside Canva. Me, I do create my book cover inside using Photoshop. So my book cover is created using Photoshop. I know you know how to create book covers. So as you can see, these are the templates. This is just one template. Now all I have to do is that, for example, if I want to use maybe this one, I don't want it to appear like this one, so I'll just click on it and change the color, change the information on it, and change the color. So if I want to use it, all I have to just come here. For example, now this one, let me say I want to use the clear skin diet. Yes, and I all I have to just change the color. So just come here, click here, and change the color. So as you can see, now it's green. It's okay. Now it's another new book. Yes, so I just change this to maybe which color? Shake a matching color. Maybe blue, navy blue, dark blue, or black. I need a darker color. Red. dark red. I think that's okay. So I can change the color maybe to this. I have this color for this one. So all I have to just be changing the colors and it looks like a totally new, different cookbook. So I can just use this one template for all my books. All I have to just be changing the color, image, word, color, image, words. I just be changing those. And now I'll be having a complete book by a book cover by the end of the day. So the next thing for you to do is to install this Chrome extension called AIPRM for ChatGPT. So all you have to do is come here, go to Google and type AIPRM for ChatGPT. I'll be leaving the link in the description of this video. You can click on it and go here. After having this extension, you're going to click on add to Chrome from here. You'll be seeing add to Chrome here. You click on add to Chrome. I know everyone knows how to add an extension. So now after having this extension, now you'll come back here and refresh your chat GPT, and this extension will give you all the prompts you want. Yes. So after refreshing, you wait, you give it some few minutes, and your look will change like this, will change. It will totally change the look of your chat GPT, and it will be looking like this. It will be having a lot of prompts. You'll be seeing a lot of prompts here which people have made using this AIPRM for ChatGPT. Now, let's leave those ones alone. You leave these public prompts alone. Now you come here where you're saying own. So you create your own prompt. So you click here. As you can see, that gives you an option to create at least 2 prompts of your own. This is one of my prompts. Then you can create your own prompt here. You just click here, add private prompt. Add your prompt. So your prompt, you'll always start with this bracket, prompt, bracket. Then you say your task is to write recipe names, ingredients in a vertical order with summarized instructions for each recipe for beginners. For beginners, full stop. Then you tell it, make information about each recipe be able to fit on a 5.5 by 8.5 inch paper, and continue to writing without stopping until you reach recipe number 10. In case you stop writing before reaching recipe number 10, prompt yourself to continue writing. Yes. So then you continue. Prompt number 2 is that write every recipe name in header 2 format and bold the words, ingredients, and instructions wherever they appear. That is the prompt. So I'll leave this prompt in the description. You can copy it and paste it here. Then for teaser, you can just write anything. Maybe you write recipes. Then for this one, you leave it like this. Then you can title, you also write recipes too. And then copywriting, you choose your topic, you choose copywriting. Activity, you choose writing. Then you leave this on only me. Then you leave this not specific. Then author name, you write your name. Then you get maybe a YouTube link or any link and put here. Just get any link. You can even just grab this other link and you put it here, and then you click on save prompt. Yes, so it's saying please fill here. Then you just write paste your content here, put here prompt hint, paste your content here. Then you click on save prompt, wait for it to save. Now prompt template was saved successfully. So it's this one called recipe 2. Now, which book were we trying to write? Remember, we got titles. Now we want to generate recipes for the book. So now it is time for us to start writing the books. So to write the books, all you have to do first come and open your titles. Open and get your titles. Yes. So how many titles do you have? Where are they? Open and get your titles. Which are these ones? These are the titles which we have. There are 16 titles. So you move them and put them somewhere on the side. Yes. So you put them somewhere on the side. Now, after putting them somewhere on the sides, now we want to generate content for these titles. Yes. So now in order for us to generate this content, I want you to know something. I want you to learn this thing from me. You hear it from me today, that whenever you're doing any work, for any work you're doing, any work at all, it doesn't matter what, even if it's a job which you're doing physically, there's always that one thing that if you do it, you finish one, you finish half of the work. Yes, there's that one thing that if you do it, it finishes for you half of the work and leaves you the other half. There's always that one thing. Before you do your work, first sit down and plan. When you plan, you will know exactly that what that thing is. That thing that if you start with it, you'll finish a half of the work without even doing much. The thing is that in most cases we end up wasting time on small things which you can finish anytime. For example, you waste a lot of time on the first page, on designing your first page of your book. In this case of ours, that thing which can finish half of the work is generating the content. Once you have the content, then you have finished 50% of the work. Then you'll be remaining with the other 50% of the work. So then you can finish the other 50% and you'll be good to go. Now, to generate our content, we need to first open these titles and put them here. Then second, we need to pick a template. You don't use your template direct from inside, just make a copy of it. So because you'll always be using this same template, so you make a copy of it. So you copy the template. So after copying the templates, you open another folder and you name it my books. Name it maybe my books. Name it anything you want. Me, I'm naming mine my books. Now so I'm going to paste this folder 16 times and rename it according to my book titles. Yes, so where are the book titles? We had a lot of titles here. Let me say I'm using these ones. So the first one, we're going to name it The Healing Heart, as it is saying here. Rename it Healing Heart. The next one, paste here, you rename it Gut Health. The next one, you paste another one here, you rename it Wholesome. You rename it Brain Boosting Diet. Rename it Brain Boosting. Now etc, and the rest. Now you can do this for all the 16. You're going to continue here with all the 16. You put all of them here. After that, then you can start writing them one by one. So now to write the books, all you have to do is start, maybe like you see this one for Brain Boosting Diet. You click here, you open it in a form, you open it, and then you can start writing the book. So as I've opened it, if you ignore everything here, ignore everything from the template, you first come to this empty space and put your cursor here. After that, you go ahead and grab the title. Let me say the title is The Healing Heart Diet. So you copy this title, copy it, and then you come to your ChatGPT. After reaching ChatGPT, you click on new chat. Then you look for your prompt, which is recipe 2. I named it recipe 2. You click on this prompt. If you're seeing this thing which is saying paste your content here, so then you paste your prompt here. Paste. Now the prompt is The Heart Healing Diet, Reversing Cardiovascular Disease Naturally. Just paste your title here, the title of your book, and the prompt will generate for you the recipes automatically. So if I click here, you'll see that it's going to start generating for me the recipes. As you can see, it is generating the recipes in a well formatted way. All I want to do is to do some work, so that's why I made it to be in a well formatted way, so that when I'm copying, I just copy work which is already formatted. Yes, which the bold will remain bold. Whenever it is bold inside the ChatGPT, when I copy it in my Microsoft document, it will also be bold. So that is how I'm going to be generating my content. Now another thing with this, reason why we downloaded this Chrome extension is because it simplifies the work in such a way that instead of writing the prompt again, you can just click on continue and it will generate for you as many recipes as possible. For example, you see now it has stopped writing. It stopped writing on 1 can diced tomatoes. Now if I see here, there's something saying continue generating. So if I click on continue generating, it will continue from where it stopped. So if I say continue generating, you can see it has continued from there. It picked it from where it left off. This can solve the problem of the previous. When you write a new prompt, it may start from somewhere else, but for this extension, it will continue from where it has stopped exactly. So that makes work easier for us to do, and that is how you're going to be generating your recipes. Now you can generate as many recipes as you want. For example, if it is now a short book, you're going to generate maybe 15 or 20 or 30 recipes for your short book. Now wherever it stops, that is where you stop. Now if it stops if it stops generating when the recipes are not the amount you want, then you can click on this continue. For example, you want maybe 18, uh, you want 20 recipes and you have stopped on number 17, so you can just click on this other continue. If this continue does not appear, if this continue does not appear, then you can click on this next continue. But since this continue has appeared, you click on this one first and let it continue generating until it finishes it. So as you can see, it's still generating. So this is the power of the Chrome extension for ChatGPT. So it has generated for me the 20 recipes in just 2 to 3 minutes. All my 20 recipes are there. So if I have my 20 recipes, then I can make my short book very fast. So I can stop it there. Let me stop it here for the purpose of this video and just collect our 20 recipes. So I'll collect the 20 recipes, and let me show you what I was talking about, reason why I told it to bold and format this thing from inside. So you can see that now these things are in bold. Since they're in bold, I want to carry this bold, this formatting. I want to carry this formatting onto my Microsoft Word so that I don't suffer again. So I'll just pick that and come to my Microsoft Word, come to the area for the content, click inside here, and you see this middle one. You click on this middle formatting. First of all, you make sure you're on what? On normal. Then you click the middle formatting, this middle one. You ignore these two extreme ends, and you click on the middle one. So as you can see, it has carried the formatting. Now you can see the bold is bold here. As the way it was bold in ChatGPT, it is also bold here. So this solves a lot of problems for me. So I don't need to suffer trying to bold everything again. So now this is actually now complete. The only thing left here is now to just check for copyright, to plagiarism check, to check plagiarism. Yes. So now before that, but let me first do this. Give it header 1, give it to header 2. Yes, so I can do this header 2 for all the 20 recipes. Just give them header 2, do header 2 for them. Do header 2, do header 2, do header 2, header 2, header 2. That's already 8. Header 2. That's already 9. Header 2. 10. Header 2. 11. Header 2. 12. Header 2. 13. 14. This is already a complete book. 15. 16. 17. 18. This is 19. And then 20. So I have all the 20 recipes here. Now I can write a conclusion for it. Now I can write introduction and conclusion. I just tell it to write some dummy introduction. Just tell it write 150 words for the book introduction. Yes. Then I can copy the same thing here as it is writing that one. Then I tell it to also write 150 words for the book's conclusion. For the book conclusion, same thing as it is writing. I be copying this one. I copy this, and I take it to the introduction. So where is the introduction? I bring it here as introduction. Put it here. Make sure you're on this and put it here as introduction. Then you can also do this as it is still copying the other one. You'll be doing your what? You come to references, table of contents, custom table of contents. Then you show page numbers. You click this and then you click OK. So as you can see now, it has brought the table of content and it has jumped to the next page. So you can just reduce it by what? Reduce it to there. Now it is fit on one page. Now you can move this. Just double tap. You can move this. You can continue moving this. So you have your introduction. There you have your introduction. Then you can get your conclusion. You can come here and get your conclusion. So this is the conclusion. So this is the conclusion. So now as you can see, I have my complete book which has been written with everything. Now this book is already complete, so I'll just save it, click save and remove this. Now if I check my book, you'll see that I already have a complete book. Now this is the whole process. You can just do this for all the rest of the titles. Yes, so continue doing this over and over and over and over and do it for the rest of the titles. Now what will happen is that after writing all the 16 books, now I can rest for today, and then tomorrow I'll start uploading them one by one. Before I upload, I make sure I come here, I pick this one. Maybe tomorrow I open all the books. Before I upload, I make sure I edit it. But generation of the content has finished for me like 70% of the work. So like 70 or 80% of the work has already been done. So now my only job left is to just upload the books. So to upload the books, before I upload the books, I first come here, I scroll through this, I check this, then I check this if it is okay. Then I click these ones, I take them to the duplicate checker to check for plagiarism. Yes, I can check for plagiarism as I modify the book, I make it look now good. Now after that, when I check for plagiarism and finish, then I can upload the book to Amazon. And this is already a complete book, so I don't need to suffer. Now you can do this over and over and over. You can even write 40 books if you're someone who is serious. You have the whole day and you're doing nothing, you have quit your job or something and you want to concentrate on Amazon, then this is your method. This is your automation method. So you can do as many books as you want using this method. So for those who have watched up to here, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss what I'm going to show you in the next video, because in the next video I'm going to be showing you how you can sell these books. In fact, I have recently got a new method of selling books, not on Amazon, but a method which can help you sell these books on YouTube using YouTube automation. You don't even need to sell it by yourself. You're just going to host your book on Seller. After hosting your book on Seller, you make other people sell it for you. And I've got a way to automate it and make other people sell it for you, and for you just sit back and relax and you enjoy the money. And I'm going to be showing you that in the next video. Or I may change my mind and turn it into a course, because this one is a lucrative business. You can actually make a lot of money from it. It's my business model and I've been doing it for some time now. And yeah, hit that subscribe button. Don't miss, like the video also, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.